What's up guys, it's Dono. A lot of you guys have been asking for more drills, so in this video I'm going to go over a drill to increase your creativity. This is one of the less practical drills. It's a little bit more kind of theoretical just to get your mind churning so that you can come up with ideas, but it's still going to be helpful if you want to gain some more flexibility. So as with a lot of the drills that I've been showing you, you're going to start off by getting a random word. So the random word for this video is low. Now that we've got our word, we're going to come up with as many different associations as we possibly can, and it's going to come out in 3 different categories: rhyming, theme, and wordplay. So we're going to go through each of these 3 themes and come up with as many associations as we can to really start creating our creativity for how we're going to be able to use that. So we're going to start with rhyme. So to do the rhyme part, we just come up with as many rhymes as we can for the word low. Here's an example: snow, blow, show, grow, flow. If you're having trouble coming up with rhymes, first try to do it yourself, but then go through a rhyme dictionary and start adding some more words. The next thing we're going to do is go to theme. So for theme, we're going to think of other words that are related to low, as many as we can think of. Here's an example: low, below, under, empty, bottom. They don't necessarily need to be synonyms. They can just be any words that you can think of that are possibly related. So that's going to help jumpstart your creativity around this word again in a different way, kind of how it relates to the theme. If you're stuck on the theme part, feel free to grab a thesaurus and get some synonyms and antonyms for the word, because that's going to help you generate some other ideas. So now we'll move on to the wordplay category, which is by far the hardest to come up with ideas for. The other part of it, though, is when you do come up with wordplays, there's some of the most impressive things that you can integrate into your verse. One of the easiest ways to start coming up with wordplay ideas is to use associations with your word, either if your word is a noun with verbs or adjectives that describe it, or if you have a verb or adjective, nouns that have that property. That might sound a little bit confusing, but basically what I'm saying is you find things that are related to it, right? So if low is your word, you find either, people or actions or things that are low, and then you find ways to connect them, right? When you find 2 different things that share the attribute of low, then it's going to get easier to make a wordplay. If it doesn't make sense, don't worry, I'm going to give you some examples. Low as bad self-esteem, low like stupid people's IQs, low like flat tires, lower than the bottom of the ocean. Now these aren't quite wordplays, but what we can do is connect 2 of those ideas to turn it into a wordplay. Let me give you a quick example. His IQ was lower than the bottom of the ocean. I'm not going to go too far into wordplay. If that's something you're interested in, there's definitely some other videos worth checking out, but basically that's what you can do for that section. Now, once you've completed all these categories, it should help you see all the creative ways that you can use basically any topic, right? You've got rhymes, themes, and wordplays for any potential idea that gets thrown out. Most of the time I do something like this if I feel like I'm running into roadblock and out of ideas, right? This really is a brute force way to just come up with a lot of different ideas and kind of start myself writing again, but it can also just be useful to do from time to time to show your creativity, to kind of get some more practice, because once you have all these ideas, it's really easy to start piecing things together to create an actual verse. If you want to take it one step further and spend some more time on it, use all of the ideas that you came up with to actually write a verse. So integrate all of those rhymes you came up with, all of those theme words that you came up with, and all of the word plays. It doesn't necessarily all have to be together, right? You might go through the words and then maybe start making some lines with the theme, or however you want to do it. But to really, really step this up, you can write out a whole verse based on every single idea. And this is one way to make it a little bit more practical of a drill to get you some serious practice instead of just brainstorming. That's what I've got for this video. So as always, if you have any questions, comments, topics you want me to cover, throw them down in the box below and I'll get to them as soon as I can. On top of that, I've also got a full 30-day rap course. I'll have a link to that below. And I've got a website, rapbetter.com, where you can find some more resources. I will see you next time. Don't forget to subscribe so you can stay up to date on the videos. And if you have any questions, comments, or topics you want me to cover, leave them down in the box below and I'll get to them as soon as possible. See you next time.